legs are fine. They're fine. But let's just do a more general update on like everything. I like Strand, obviously, if you can tell. I like Void, obviously, for Void Hunter shenanigans, but I just like it overall as a subclass. Gunslinger, it's not my favorite, but it's okay. Arc has definitely gone up a lot, and since we got the Gathering Storm, it's definitely gone up a lot. I even have a build for it, which is right up here, and it uses I don't know what that is actually called off the top of my head. Assassin's Cowl. It uses Assassin's Cowl. Which, that Assassin's Cowl, god damn, look at the stat. Okay, I'd honestly sack Strength for more discipline, honestly, but that's besides the point. I'd happily sack the Strength for more discipline, but whatever. But I have Thread Runner. I'm between main classes, Night Stalker and Thread Runner. Both of those are good, but neither one. I can't say either one of them is my main yet. I haven't played with Strand enough, and especially with the new Strand aspects, I believe. They're either aspects or I think they're aspects. I don't think they're fragments. I think we're getting another aspect next season. Rank 9, yes, I don't touch grass. Obviously, how could you tell? Ha ha ha. Yeah, but obviously, Guardian Games commendations are here. Let's look at them really quick, because I kind of do want to look at them really quick. I do kind of want to look at them. Within the... Oh, they're bringing back the Guardian Games playlist. Oh, that makes me so excited. Hopefully it's exactly like it was last year. I loved last year's Guardian Games. Even though Hunters didn't win, I didn't care. I loved how they set it up. And I'm definitely going for that. I'm definitely going for that emblem. I'm definitely going for that top 10 emblem. I need to. I need to take vengeance for last year when I didn't get the emblem because I didn't grind. But yeah, I'm partially way to Exemplar. I don't think I'll ever end up getting Paragon unless I get Cataclysmic, which is 2 weeks out. Basically, if we do Vow for 2 weeks, we could get it. But I don't see us doing Vow until it's Pinnacle. DSC, I'll probably try and record some DSC shenanigans because it comes back next week, and we're gonna be working on getting Trusty craftable. And Zelly's Bane, I get that next week. But this is just, okay, I keep getting distracted on the current favorite weapon stuff, and I'm just doing general updates on literally everything. Which is fine, because I don't care how long this video is, because it's supposed to be an update video, and I don't really care how long these are, but yeah, anyways, let's get to this. UI updates, by the way. If you haven't played Destiny for like a year, or you've been living under a rock and not on Twitter. But Conditioned Finality, I like this. I like it. I like it so much. It's a really good weapon. It's gotten me running doubles. It started getting me running double special now, which isn't too bad. Conditional Finality, definitely A+ exotic for me. Definitely S tier exotic. Well, rated exotic, but still, you know what I mean. Rose, Perpetual Explosive. I love this. I love this hand cannon. Perpetual Motion is mostly for, since I'm moving around consistently as either Invis Hunter or like just as a hunter in general. I'm moving around constantly. So Perpetual Motion helps with extra damage, and Explosive Payload is just Explosive Payload. It's gonna be good on anything, any hand cannon you put it on. Succession, I don't think this needs any explanation. DSC week was... I've done DSC multiple times. I love the DSC weapons. I have almost all of them except for Trusty, but by the time you see one of my DSC videos, I'll probably have Trusty. Let's be honest. Maybe. We'll see. Heritage... anyways, Reconstruction Vorpal. Enhanced Reconstruction of Vorpal. I find that to be best, with at least specifically for me. It's better to overfill the magazine. It goes to 8 Vorpal weapon, I'm not all too sure about though. I haven't seen it like pop off as much as I would like, so I might end up changing. Plus 500 clan XP is on. Never mind. Okay, well, anyways, back to me not getting distracted. But Reconstruction Vorpal weapon, both of these are really good. But Vorpal I might end up changing out. Reconstruction Recombination. Honestly, if anything, I might change Recombination to Killing Wind. Because Reconstruction on Heritage is really good. Heritage in general is a really good shotgun, especially for kinetic slot. Conditional finality is probably better, but well, because it's an exotic. But this is one of my favorite legendary slug shotguns. Recombination, I don't feel its impact as much as I would like to say I have. I haven't felt its impact as much, so I might eventually end up changing that out. Okay, and then we have a funny story. Just the week of, and I'm not even joking about this, the week that Bungie announced that DSU Deep Stone Grid weapons were becoming craftable, I got Reconstruction and Recombination on a Heritage. I'm not even joking. Like, that happened, and I was so depressed because it was just like, ah, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Let me bring something up. Let me bring an old friend. Wrong old friend. That one's crafted. I'm bringing an old friend over. Just give me a second. But yeah, Hung Jerry. This is kind of. I know Shootaloo isn't the most exciting perk to have on a scout, but it's the. It was at birthplace of the Vile. I don't know what you expected. This is the best one I got from birthplace. Of course, everyone else. Of course, literally Snow gets explosive payload. Rapid hit explosive payload or for rapid hit firefly. Must be fucking nice to get some good loot. I mean, this is good, but it's just not as good as shoots. It has a reload master, by the way. You can see the extra bump in it, but it does have what do I major spec on that actually? That's kind of a toss. Hold up. Hello everybody. Today is Monday when I'm uploading this. Yeah, and you might be wondering what the title of this video is. It's interesting. This is one of my newer types of videos that I'm trying. It just came to me over the weekend when I was thinking about what I needed if I was gonna be able to get a video out on Monday. And apparently, I did. Well, it's one of my older archive videos. It's just me kind of just. This is from my first take of like of the update video that that you saw. It's just I thought it would be maybe just something good to just have in the background. This isn't really a video that I normally would do, but it's just me mindlessly rambling about favorite weapons, subclasses, just stuff in D2 basically. It's just me rambling on for probably you see the timeline of the video, you should know. It's just me rambling on. Mm, I thought it would be a good video. I don't know if it will or won't be, but people seem to like when I just ramble on. Thanks to the two Nightfall rant videos that I made. God damn, those have a lot of views together. So I thought this might be a fun little video to just put together and just throw out there. There won't. There's probably not going to be much editing. It's a pretty long. This is a pretty long video, and in it of itself. The original video was 65 minutes, which was over an hour. So that's why it never made it into the actual video because it was 65 minutes. And this made up about 25 when I was originally recording. So yeah, that's why I didn't make it into a full video. If I make a series out of this, it'll probably be called the archives. Mostly because it's just like things that didn't make it into a full video. But anyways, I do hope you enjoy this, and remember, I will see you at the end of this video for something probably. I don't know. I'll probably just do an outro or something. But yeah, I'll see you at the end of this video. Anyways, yeah. Explosive payload Firefly will always fate. This time loss. This is the first ever time loss Fatebringer I got from streamer help. Yes, I got a streamer to help me. Luckily, killing wind and opening shot. It's good in PvE and PvP, as you can see. The 233 Crucible kills. I don't use it as much as I used to in Crucible, mostly due to like Fatebringer not being as good as I would have hoped for. Well, okay, that could also be because I'm bad in PvP, which obviously. Otherwise, this would have like 10,000, 100,000 kills and Crucible opponents defeated with like 26,000 kills isn't bad. 26,000 enemies defeated. I do want to use this more, but condition find out. Not only does this exist, but this exists and these two exist, as well as the most recent Val crafted weapon submission. You can see the crafted date on it. Sorry, I thought I heard someone coming into the room. But you can see the crafted date on it, 2/7. That was in February. That tells you that's the last. That's the last Vow weapon I crafted in 2/7, which was February 7th, which was before this, which was before Lightfall, mind you. Has a Nightfall Memento, has 11,000 kills. I love this thing. Enhanced Frenzy and Overflow with the Nightfall Memento shader. I always apply Nightfall Mementos onto literally every weapon that I had that is my favorite, which this has Succession has it on it, Dusk Tamer, Succession has it on it, Heritage has it on it, Dusk Tamer level 74. These are, this isn't as high as I would like it to be. I'll probably get it higher. 170, 74. This is 100. This is 100, pretty much an 100 level difference. Now we're on to these weapons. Fusion, I just got this last week. Yeah, you can see the shaping date literally says last week as of this recording. Incandescent Reconstruction, definitely. I high recommend. The Incandescent Reconstruction is good. It's really good. I do have the Nightfall Memento on it as well. Because this Nightfall Memento was specifically from Proving Grounds. I can't prove that, but anyways, now that I'm done reeling that I said proving and proving twice in the same sentence, it has a Nightfall Memento on it, which I do for every weapon that I like, pretty much, or sometimes I do spend it on weapons that I don't really care for. But this is the gun I'm probably gonna pair most with Conditional Finality. Maybe I'll pair some Posterity with it, but okay, okay. Let's not talk about this. I recently changed this to. It's one of it's my favorite pulse rifle. As you can see, it's 3.5. Literally a few days after Lightfall's launch, I got this. Yeah, literally a few days after Lightfall's launch, I got this. Slapped the Nightfall Memento on it and called it a day. I didn't use this for. I used this for PvP. Don't get me wrong, it's good in PvP. And you can see from the 3 Crucible kills. I mean, I played competitive, so to be fair, and I switched to this, and it actually did it did fairly good. But normally I had I didn't have Keep Away on this, but I did have actually yeah I didn't have Keep Away, but I had Volt Shot and I believe Frenzy. I don't know what I had in that first column, I can't remember, but I should probably do Keep Away and Volt Shot if I'm doing Grandmaster content with this. Just for future reference. Vex Mythoclast. As you can see, it does have the Catalyst. The Catalyst is fucking pain. That's all I'm gonna say. The Catalyst is pain incarnate to do. Especially since I missed it the first time. So I missed the Catalyst the first time. So we had to go back just for me. I mean, I appreciate it, but they didn't have to. But they did anyways, because they're good friends. All my friends are good. 367 Crucible kills. This thing is a menace. I love using it in the whether it be in the Crucible or in just normal playthrough. Of course, obviously, I'm not using it right now because, you know. But class of its own, it's a good. I might quit this for guarding games and slap on Vex and just go ham. But Infinite Gift, I really like this like a lot. I really like that shader a lot. I'll probably end up using Vex a little more, especially when I'm starting to level up Heritage or Succession, or even using it with Submission. We're finally here to Forbearance, the crown jewel of weapon leveling. You literally could not take this thing off of me once I got it crafted. It was, what, 10? That's I want to say that's October. Yeah, it's October. You could just hear my. I don't know if you could hear that on video, but I was just mumbling like January, February, March, April to find out because I don't know off the top of my head. But that's October 8th. It has the Nightfall movement on it, obviously. 37,000 enemy defeats. I've used level 476. This is my #1 used crafted weapon of all time. I'm not sure if that'll change in the next year, but this is #1, still at the top, even though I haven't used it very much this season. It's still #1. I love this Wayframe GL. I'm kind of sad it's in the, it makes me sad that Posterity is in the energy slot, because I would just pair this with Posterity. If it was possible, I'd pair this with Posterity and just go crazy with arc stuff everywhere. But unfortunately, it is in the energy slot along with Posterity, so Forbearance is the #1 crafted. That is my #1 crafted weapon right there. And then we move on to one of my favorite hand cannons of all time. Yes, don't look at that. No, it's a 180. It's level 184. I think that's my third or fourth. I think this is my third or fourth highest level weapon. Yes, it's level 100. It's my third. I believe it's my third highest level weapon, which we'll get to the second highest level weapon, but this is my third highest level weapon, I believe. It was originally shaped this year, literally January 28th, with 3 days left. Not 2 days, I was right. 2 days, no, 3 days. 3 days left of the month. I got it, and I couldn't be happier with it. I got that, and then immediately, I got this crafted, and then I got Eyes of Tomorrow. So that really tells me where my priorities are at. I was more concerned with getting Posterity than I was with Eyes. It has Frenzy Volt Shot, which is the god roll-ish for me. Frenzy. Let me let y'all in on a little. Come here. Let me gather in, children. Gather in, hand cannon 180 enjoyers, Posterity, and fellow Posterity enjoyers. Don't pair Frenzy with Reconstruction. It's just bad. It'll be just a bad time for everyone. Just take my word and do Volt Shot Frenzy. Do not pair Frenzy with Frenzy with Reconstruction. It doesn't work. I've tried it. Trust me. I wanted it to work. I really did want it to work, but it doesn't. Okay. Okay, you can go. Okay, you can go. Shoot, back to where you came from. But yeah, it's my second highest level weapon. Pain. I want this. This is gonna be my next crafted hand cannon in 2 weeks. I just got this Mind Benders Ambition, which is infusion material. This is my old. This is the only reason I'm keeping 7,000 kills, by the way, on a non-crafted weapon. This is the only reason I'm keeping it. The only reason I'm keeping this Posterity is for old time's sake. I use this thing a lot, and I originally fell in love with Posterity from the design. just look at the design and everything. It's so good. It makes me want, doing this video makes me want to use this posterity a lot more. One for All Reconstruction, that was my god roll at the time, especially in endgame content. I did use this sometimes in endgame. But this is before I did raids consistently enough to warrant me keeping posterities. But Reconstruction One for All did bits for me back in the day. It was really good and I really loved it. But times have changed. It's gotten it's not only has a it not only has a crafted not only has a better crafted older brother, it has a different and better perk pool, has the origin trait, and it's craftable, which leaves this one to the dust. And you all might be wondering, why don't I just delete this one? Why don't I just get rid of this? I love this thing. I I don't want to delete it. It's it has a stability masterwork, which is regrettable, but it's just, I love it. It's just a really good hand cannon. I really want to keep it. Actually, we have one more weapon in this, and it's another crafted posterity. Level 39. It's under level 100. Has 548 crucible opponents killed. This is my highest amount of crucible kills on a single weapon. This is my go-to hand cannon if I want to run it. If I want to run conditional finality with posterity, I'll probably do that. This is my highest amount of crucible opponents defeated on a single gun from my favorite hand cannon, my favorite energy hand cannon, posterity. It's the highest amount of crucible kills I've ever gotten on a weapon. I used it. If I ever get a Trials Memento, if I ever get one, it's going straight on this. If I ever manage to go flawless, I'm getting a Trials Memento, and it's going exactly on that one. And speaking of which, Trials does come back this week, and the Trials Challenge is back, so we'll see what happens this weekend. Probably won't record it, but I just wanted to point this out. This is the highest amount of crucible kills I have on a weapon as of this year, as of this new expansion. Yeah, you can see the level 300 weapon I'm currently hovering over. Commemoration, oddly enough, one of my favorite heavy weapons of all time. I did not expect, when I went to DSC farming, I did not expect to do Taniks. I did not expect Taniks to, well, final Taniks to be as easy as it was. But it was easy. We can basically we can sometimes one phase it. Most of the times it's gonna be a one phase if no one dies to the lightning. But I did not expect it to be as easy as just that. Commemoration has easily become one of my favorite weapons of all time. Literally shaped the day after I got posterity. No, 2 days after I got posterity. Literally shaped 2 days after I got my final crafted red border posterity. It has 127 crucible opponents killed on it, which is the most I have out of any heavy weapon specifically, but it's not the most I've ever had. It has Nightfall Memento on it, because obviously it's my favorite. It's got all these perks. It has Killing Tally and Reconstruction. I can't tell if Killing Tally actually improves the magazine size. I genuinely can't tell. I know I have all the mag. I not only have extended mag, I have Reconstruction and Killing Tally, which all increase barrel size, but it's still at 75, which I don't know if that changes anything, but the reload speed is 39, barely reloading this thing with enhanced Reconstruction. I honestly couldn't tell you what enhanced Reconstruction does. It doesn't feel much different. Honestly, if I had to recommend anything for any of my friends that want to craft deep stone crit weapons, I'd honestly say until Bungie changes how enhanced Reconstruction works, it's not worth it. I don't think enhanced Reconstruction is worth it. That might be a hot take, but I don't think it's worth it. Hell, this could be a video on launch sound. Just Glaceon Gamer does weapon reviews, and then shows their recommended stuff. Killing Tally, it's definitely good. It's really good. I use this in By the way, a little known fact. I used this LMG in Proving Grounds GM, and it didn't do as I didn't use it as much as I thought I would, but it still holds up. It is a really good LMG. If I had to recommend any one to pick up, if I had to recommend one LMG, one non-exotic LMG, because I know you see the exotic LMG there. If I had to recommend one crafted, if I had to recommend you get one crafted LMG that's not exotic, it'd be Commemoration. Commemoration would be at the top. 12,000 kills, which easily outshines Posterity and Submission, only because I used it. Level 385, my second highest weapon under Posterity by nearly 100 levels. That shows you how much I actually use this. It's almost caught up. It's pretty much caught up to Forbearance. Okay, on to the next one though. Deterministic Chaos. It's good for what it is. Haven't used it much since I got. Haven't used it much outside of that one mission, but it's good. I would recommend. As an exotic LMG, it's either this or Thunderlord with the Catalyst, but I liked it. I like the Deterministic Chaos a bit more, and if I had to use it, if I had to use it or Thunderlord with the Catalyst, I'd probably use Deterministic. Hothead Adept. I've had this thing for ever since and ever since the GM for freaking Inverted Spire came out. I still have like 3 or 4 of them in my vault. All of them are really good. If I had to recommend a rocket launcher to pair with Galley, it'd be Hothead. Field Prep Clown Cartridge, 1,000 kills. Not the most amount of kills I have, but it does do. If only. I wish they would put a tracker for DPS, raid and dungeon DPS. I could show you how much I've used this thing in raids and stuff, but yeah, it's really good. I recommend it for anyone that. If I had to recommend anyone to do a Grandmaster, it'd be for on any week. It'd be for a Adept Hothead, which sadly is not coming back. So rip. But Spare Rations is coming back. I've heard Spare Rations is coming back next season from League, so we'll see if those actually turn out to be true or not. But anyways, on to the other half. I probably shouldn't talk about leaks on the channel, but whatever. It's just one. It's just one small thing, but other half. I've had this for a fair amount of time. 824. I've had this for a fair amount of time. It's level 132. It has, obviously, it's gonna have a Nightfall memento on it since it's one of my favorite swords. I think it's my favorite crafted sword actually. I use this a lot for I use it a lot for shadow skating, so obviously it's not gonna have very many kills. Eager Edge and Frenzy, I like it. I like it. Honestly, it's not the weapon I have the most kills with, but it's still a fun weapon, and I really love it. Gold Tusk. We could do something about Gold Tusk. I mostly, honestly, just have it here just because it's new. It's not really a favorite. I just have it here because it's new, and I was gonna. I had planned on leveling it up. Shows how well that got it. That went 410. I got this on the 10th of this month. And it's, what, the 21st? I haven't used this thing in the whole 11 days I've had it crafted. I haven't used it once. I don't even know why this is in here. It's just it's basically a reskin of the other sword that I didn't care too much about. Gallahorn. We can talk about this. Yeah, I know you see that. 18,000, which is my third highest amount of kills on a weapon. Gallahorn, since the nerf, I haven't used it very much. But, I mean, I did spend money on getting the Gallahorn ornament. Not my proudest moment, but I also do have all three ornaments for it, so that does technically imply that I spent more money on this, and I haven't used it since the raid. Since I haven't used it since Root, which was last week, admittedly, but outside of raids, I don't use it all too much because it's kind of nerfed and It's more of an assistance rocket launcher than anything that I should probably use more. Bequest, a sword that I wish I could like. It's probably my second favorite sword. Yeah, it's crafted. It was crafted the same day. Commemoration was. It had. I got both of these pretty much on the same day. I think I might have gotten no, I got commemoration before I got bequest crafted though. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. I had the ability to craft it first. I had the ability to craft commemoration first. It has knife units on it, obviously. I do like the design of this sword. Aramis actually had this. Fun fact, Aramis did have this sword in Season of the Plunder, which was a cutscene, which was one of my more favorite cutscenes out of the Season of the Plunder. Season of the Plunder again was. I wish they would have added the catch crashes, honestly, to the Vanguard playlist. That would have been fun. Instead, it's just like, oh, we have more battlegrounds, EK. But relentless strikes and chain reaction. That's what I found works for me. Honestly, if I'm being honest, if not relentless strikes, if I think unrelenting can roll. I know. I think it's unrelenting is in this column, not this column. If I'm wrong, smite me. But I think it's in the. I'm pretty sure it's in chain reaction column. Otherwise, I wouldn't have probably these two perks working together. But of course, it has a 9 falling units on it with 1,800 kills, so not the most. And then we move on to my Eyes of Tomorrow. 70 Crucible opponents killed. I've used this thing mostly in Gambit, so that's not a surprise. 70 Crucible opponents killed with 500 with only 500 enemies killed. I want to love this rocket launcher. I really do. I really want to love Eyes of Tomorrow. I did get that from last season, obviously, as it's that. But I do kind of want that one, or even that one. I like this one the most, probably, out of all the Eyes of Tomorrow things. But, yeah, I have nothing really much to say about Eyes, actually. It's good for what it does, but I just wish it was so much better in PvE, because I want a reason to use this, because it's a good add clear rocket. Okay, I'm gonna do something I don't normally do, and maybe try and somewhat recommend what to put on this. If it was me personally, I'd honestly recommend to maybe put like something like maybe incandescent intrinsically onto it, because I know I know some exotics are getting changed next season. I'm hoping Eyes of Tomorrow is one of those exotics that is getting tuned. But they could easily just add like intrinsic like incandescent or like something, because it just feels like compared to Gallahorn and Hothead, it just feels like so underperforming. Like, even if they were to add like something like, oh, subsistence to it, like, oh, it gains for every like, because it does, I think it does like 4 kills, it does something special. Yeah, killing 4 more combatants in a single volley increases the damage of the next volley, which, yeah, you normally think that's good, but it's only really for ad clear. If anything, I'd use this for eyes for ad clear. I really want this rocket launcher to be good, but it's just not. It's one of my favorite looking designed rocket launchers too, and it's just not good. And I can't bring myself to use it over like something like Gallahorn or Vex or even Conditional, which is new. I'm kind of sad about that, because I really want an excuse to use it, but it's just outside of Gambit, and I can't think of a way something to use it for. Maybe they could add some, because even with them adding like, oh, like adaptive ordnance, like what burns or scorches targets, or like returns a rocket to the magazine on 5, 6, 7 kills. I think this thing needs a catalyst, honestly, to improve like all these stats, because I don't know. It's just yikes. But let's quickly go through these. Let's quickly go through. Eh. Let's just quickly go through all my builds. This void build is something just for void. for volatile rounds, which is overpowered. Arc is just for like invis arc, and just in case I ever want to run arc and anything, which I've used this actually a fair amount. Raid, this is just like for like stuff like King's Fall and DSC on Tanix stuff. Well, sometimes on Tanix, but sometimes on Atrax as well. This is just general raid solar stuff, Celestial, Goldie, just in case I can't use Tether. This build has changed many times, but it changes to include my current weapons, which I kind of wish it didn't do, but whatever. It has solar and stasis surge, which it goes well with the shotgun. It's just for strand, woven mail, and all that. Stasis, it has different. Obviously, it's gonna have different drip. We'll go and show my drip off for each of them and what I have for each of them, as long as I have space. But this is more for like Izaluna forbearance, just freezing stuff. I should probably put conditional finality with something, or Izaluna and Winterbite, but we'll see. I'll probably end up changing that. Probably by next year you'll see that changed. Or if I do another loadout video, which I probably will try. I'll try and do loadout videos every month on what's changed. PvP, it's changed to include the rows I mentioned earlier, along with Le Montague and Commemoration. Commemoration I'll always use as I'll always throw on heavy weapon, lucky kills and stuff. But Le Montague, I don't know why that's there. I wanted to test it out. That's probably why it's there. Trials, this was for the first Trials week, I believe, and I used Revision 0 Aikilos. Aikilos, it was just for if they got close, but I could use conditional for that. I'll probably change that, but Revision 0 actually didn't do too bad, surprisingly. Another Crucible. This is specifically for Iron Banner. Everything in there is Iron Banner. Everything in there has Iron Lord. It's for the It's for whenever Iron Banner comes around and I wanted to just farm out Iron Banner rep. That's just literally why that exists. This is for Strand. This is Strand. This is just for a movement build. Although I don't know why Commemoration is in there. I should change that to be other half. Sorry, I forgot what the exotic I was trying to name. It has Stompies. It has the Strand Hunter with grapple, and it should have Eager's Edge. This one was made specifically for Ron or Root of Nightmares. This build was made specifically in Root of Nightmares, and it uses. You can see the arc singe down there. It's supposed to use Hothead, but I don't know. Okay, now let's show off all these builds in the trip. I obviously use the title in this for energy, void energy weapon, but I'll probably end up changing that. But this, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna have enough space for all of this, so give me 1 second. Okay, now that my loadout is more freed up, yeah, but I don't know why that's dead. Why Vex is on. I was using that, which is 1804. Title is actually apparently coming back for Guardian games. It won't. I don't think it'll have the stats for all one for all God Roll though, which is kind of sad. 5,000 kills on it, by the way. One of my favorite SMGs of all time. I haven't used it in a while though, so maybe that'll change. But I haven't used it in a bit. But yeah, this is what I had on for Void. Obviously, this is for volatile rounds. This is only for this season. This build will probably get completely erased and be completely. Actually, no, I don't think it will be irrelevant. Yeah, no, it won't be irrelevant because I have. Sorry, I'm being dumb. It won't be irrelevant because literally this exotic exists for hunters. Let's go to Arc. Yeah, I changed this up a little bit. We have forbearance, obviously for forbearance reasons. We have Gallahorn. I don't know why Gallahorn's on there. And then we have submission with Assassin's Cal and all this Arc build stuff. Yes, I have this cloak in most, if not every one of my builds. Don't judge me. I like it. If you don't like it, that's on you. It's really good. It's really good in my opinion. But yeah, I had this set. I had the cloak matching with the legs, I believe. The legs and the cloak were from the same set originally until I got that. Until I got that cloak. Oh yeah, and you're wondering, why do you have an unmasterworked cloak of cloak from the raid because that was the first one I ever got. So I kind of want to keep it for sentimental reasons. But let's go to this, which should be a drastic change. Yeah, it doesn't have the big shoulder pads, but it should have. This should have my other succession that I have specifically for raids, which has firing line and reconstruction. It should have that succession on here and not submission. Well, it doesn't have submission, but I don't have the other sniper on me. But it should have that along with probably. Honestly, I'd put this or this. Once I get this crafted, I put that or that in there, and then Galhorn, which is well, again, it'd be swapped out for probably linear fusion since I only really use this for Oryx and Riven whenever we do those raids. This was specifically built for raids though. Then we have Strand, the main subclass I've played over all of this, which you see the original build from. But yeah, this is the original thing. This is my overpowered hunter, yes, build. Stasis. For Stasis I went with the more like casual thing, and I really do like it. The cloak is to be decided, but I still like it nonetheless. Izaluna with Forbearance and Commemoration. I really like this look for at least for Stasis hunts. I really like it. Especially, it looks so good, especially on the Woken Hunter, but let's change to the next PvP, which, yes, I have the Montague on it. This is... Actually, this cloak, I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, but this was last minute pickup from Trials on another week of Trials that I did. It was an unexpected pickup, but a good one nonetheless. Rose does good in PvP. Montague does the Montague things. It still slaps in Crucible, unfortunately. And one of my friends is a huge defender of Montague. I personally think it's a bit overtuned. I think, like, yeah, obviously you're not gonna re-peak it, but there's a lot of people that find the Montague super annoying to go up against. And I know another one of my friends in the fire team is super annoyed with going up against it, but yeah, this is Trials loadout. It has pretty much all Trials gear on it. Actually, I'm pretty sure. No, it doesn't have all Trials gear, the Iron Companion mask, but the rest of these are Trials gear. Actually, and it has Iron Lord. I don't know why it has Iron Lord. This is one of my more true this is the one I used like when Trials was at I think it was Javelin. Yeah, I know, I can hear Discord pings. I'm sorry, I'm recording a video. But yeah, I use this 71 kills. I changed this with Perpetual. I don't know why I like Perpetual Motion so much. It's just a fan favorite. I know I probably shouldn't use it on some of these weapons, but it's just, I like Perpetual Motion. It's just a comfort perk, honestly, kind of, for me. Huh, it has Overload and Intrinsic Barrier. That's funny. But, yeah, it has mostly Trials gear again. And it has some Artifice. I think it saw one Artifice. Oh no, it doesn't have any Artifice. Never mind. But yeah, was week 1 of Trials, I believe. My Iron Banner loadout. That Posterity is the one I got 5,000 kills on. This loadout is not mine, by the way. I took this from someone on Twitter. This loadout is not mine. Well, except for the Healing Grenade. Healing Grenade I always like, but I took this from someone on Twitter. I don't know. I can't remember the tweet, but if I can, then props to you, but I can't remember the tweet on who I took it from. This is not my build, obviously. But I did take it, and I have to say, I really do recommend it. It's really good, especially with Posterity. It was built around Posterity, but yeah. On to this one. Like I said, this is this. Hang on, let me make this on now. Okay, now that swap's done. Yeah, I like that cloak, the Braytech cloak as well. The snow cloak, I like it. The Stompies, along with what along with the Trials chess piece again. I love that Trials chess piece. Along with the arms from DSC again. I love those too. But yeah, this is solely just for movement because I had the grapple, which hunters get 2 grapples. Other half with Eager's Edge, and then Stompies just to move faster. But yeah, it's solely for movement, and then there's this one, my final one, which yeah, this is a new shader. I like it. But yeah, I have the cloak on again on this one. I know, I like it. But this was made for Ron more for Ruda Nightmares more specifically. Single. Sometimes I use multi-tether. Sometimes I use single. It depends on what I feel. Oh, it depends on what my friends are running. But yeah, I use this pretty consistently. So yeah, and that's about it for this video. I'm gonna switch back to my normal loadout that I was using. And we're gonna go find a place to... nah. I think we could just end the video right here. As much as I would like to, like, go find a place to end the video. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? Oh, hi. You're back. Yeah, that was a long video. It's just me. It's just I thought this would be something fun. I don't know if it will be something that's fun or it will be something that's hated or like, I don't know. But it's just me mindlessly rambling about my favorite weapons in this game and some weapons I just randomly had on my character. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this weird little video because I kind of enjoyed talking about the weapons. If you want me to do more content, more like just mindlessly rambling on my favorite weapons of like seasons and stuff like that, you could leave a comment down below and I'll probably get to those. Like, it'll probably just be weapon ramblings of like every seasonal weapon and every crafted weapon that I have. Or we could just do a general vault overview video. That actually might be fun. I might do that anyways. But yeah, anyway, I will see you guys next time for more. It might even the next video might even be a vault just overview video. Maybe. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Later.